And being that you guys are all pretty much young, you got it's a young group. Do you guys talk about the potential you guys could have if you do stay together? Welcome back to another episode of Year One with Clutch Points. It's your guy Mark Haynes, and today I'm with Boston Celtics guard. This is going into his second year, Mr. Aaron Nesmith. How's it going, bro?
Going good. Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir, man. So you got your rookie year in the books. I want to talk to you about draft night. You was number 14 pick in the draft, went to the Boston Celtics. What was going through your mind at that moment?
Just a surreal moment, dream come true. Lot of nerves. You don't know when you're getting picked till it actually happens. So just being able to enjoy that moment with my family was definitely something that I'll remember forever.
Were you expecting the Celtics to pick you up right there, or were you thinking you was going somewhere else?
I did not expect the Celtics to pick me right there. I did think I was going somewhere else, but everything happens for a reason. Definitely glad to be here. Definitely think it was the right decision for the Celtics to pick me, so I'm very happy.
And what do you remember any odd questions? Every now and then we see like odd questions come up about when you're doing interviews with teams. Do you remember anybody asking you kind of something kind of weird?
I don't remember somebody asked me something weird, but they definitely they asked me about some competitiveness. Question catered toward competitiveness, and I took it a little bit offended just because I was like, I'm a big time competitor. I love to compete. There's no need to question that. So why even ask me about it? So that was one that I was like, okay. Sorry a little bit because like, there should be no question about my competitiveness.
And then you get your first year is in the books, and it's during the Zoom era, so you got COVID protocols and testing and all that stuff. How because last year was my first year covering the league as well, so Zoom is normal to me. I'm like you. I'm going into my second rookie season. It feels like.
Yeah.
But for you, how was that whole experience with all the testing and not really being able to visit the different cities in the way you would normally would?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this year for some of the things you just said, like especially when we go to different cities, being able to explore, try different restaurants, just being able to do more with each place that we travel to. But the testing was definitely annoying. Having to test multiple times a day and waking up earlier than usual to be able to work out before practice. So it was definitely a tedious process. I'm just kind of glad we don't got to do the same thing this year. Glad it's behind. So for sure.
Yeah, same here. And you get in your first game. Do you remember what's going through your head when you first stepped on the court?
Just kind of stay calm and relax. Kind of continue to rely on the things that got me to where I am today, and just execute the game plan.
And with you got some pretty big name teammates and stuff that y'all, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown. What is it like being on a team with those guys?
It's a great opportunity, to be able to learn from guys like that, guys who have been there, done that, made it to multiple Eastern Conference finals at a very young age, very talented guys. So being able to watch them every day, watch what they do, how they carry themselves, how they carry themselves off the floor even, and the ways that they eat, the way they take care of their body, and then their work ethic on the floor, being able to learn from those guys has been a huge learning curve and advantage for me.
And being that you guys are all pretty much young, you got it's a young group. Do you guys talk about the potential you guys could have if you do stay together?
We don't really talk about the potential that we have about staying together. It's really just focusing it 1 year at a time, one game at a time, one day at a time. So we don't think about too much into the future. Just trying to win every single day.
And Do you remember your first kind of welcome to the NBA moment?
Um, Definitely. I can't remember. I think it was the preseason. We played the Nets in preseason, I believe, and it was Jeff Green. I was on the opposite baseline. He kind of, for some reason, nobody was guarding him. He blew by somebody, had a wide open baseline dunk, and Jeff Green. I thought Jeff Green, didn't really have bounce like he used to anymore. And so I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna block him, I'm gonna make a highlight play. He jumped and he just kept rising. And he thought, oh man. But it happened, buddy. So that was definitely my welcome to the league moment.
And with being a rookie, well, you're going in your second year, but being a rookie, you go from playing college ball to playing with all the superstars that you've been watching your whole life. Did you have a favorite player going into the league, and did it change once you got here?
My favorite player growing up was Dwayne Wade, so he got retired before I got here. But then my next favorite player was Chris Middleton, just because he went to my high school. So can't say that it changed being able to play against, because I've played against him for multiple years. Another person I liked was Jimmy Butler growing up, and I'd say he definitely solidified that when we played him. The way that he plays, the way that he talks to his teammates, the way he's always engaged, he seems like a very, very good player and someone that you could watch and learn a lot from.
And with Chris Miller, I was going to ask you about that because you went to the same high school, so from the same area. How has your relationship with him helped you throughout your journey?
Definitely like a big brother situation. He's like, if I ever have any questions or anything that I need to work on, or anything that pertains to basketball or even life in general, I can just give him a quick call and he'll help me out.
You didn't get a summer league last year, so how was that whole experience?
That was yeah. That was a lot. Getting drafted and then flying out the morning after, and pretty much starting training camp. Maybe like the day after I got to Boston, and then we only had like maybe 4 or 5 days of it. So it was super fast, super quick turnaround from not playing basketball for about 12 months, to all of a sudden back in a full practice schedule, learning a ton of new plays, a new defensive system, and then also dealing with the new level jump, right. The level that picks up between college and the NBA. So it was a lot to learn, a lot to pick up fast, but I definitely think it benefited me being thrown into that situation, just because, if I ever have to switch teams or, get pushed into a new situation, coaching change, whatever the story may be, it's a little bit easier to adapt to a new system quickly and figure ways to kind of cement myself in the new roles, et cetera, et cetera. So.
Mm-hmm. And then with the summer league, this year, what was that like? You averaged 17. You had the big game where the 7 and 9 for 3. How do you feel that's preparing you to get into this next season?
Definitely I was able to kind of showcase what I've been working on this summer and some things that I know I'm capable of doing. Being able to put the ball on the floor more, becoming a better all-around basketball player. So definitely from that standpoint, being comfortable, playing with better pace, more confidence. Hopefully, I can also translate that into training camp, and then translate that from training camp into the regular season, and have a great season.
And with this regular season coming up, it's talks of you, being potentially being in the starting lineup. How much do you let that even creep up in your mind of what media is saying and things like that? Like, how much does that factor, and what do you want for yourself this season?
I mean, I don't pay attention to it at all. My friends and family do, and so I let them have their fun with that. But I had one focus, that's just to win games, to become the best version of myself on the floor and off the floor. And so however that happens, however, my story goes, that's how my story goes. As long as I know that I'm contributing to the team in a positive way, it doesn't matter what my role is on the team.
Yes, sir. Hey, Aaron, man, I appreciate you for jumping on me. I ain't gonna keep you no longer. I know you're a busy man, but if you want to, shout out your Instagram, Twitter handles, and things like that, the floor is yours. You got any events, whatever.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Right now, don't really got much going on, but definitely follow me on Instagram, Aaron_Nesmith. Appreciate you having me. Thank you so much. Had a good time.
Yes, sir, man. Hopefully, I can get you in the future. Talk to you again and see you during the season.
Yes, sir. Sounds like a plan.
Yes, sir. And I'm your host, guys, Mark Haynes, ClutchPoints. This is year one, and we signing out.